Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lewis Redwine. Though in life I was known by many things: handsome, charming, flirt, and scoundrel. Now, I know that Marbleman Oatman warned you about me, but I assure you I'm a perfectly decent fellow. Except for the stolen millions, of course. My father was the respectable Dr. C.L. Redwine, who did his medical training at New York University before returning south to marry my mother, Miss Sarah Clara Glenn. I was their firstborn, arriving in 1858 in Noonan, Georgia. That's right, Noonan, Georgia. Unfortunately, when I was 8 years old, my mother died. Now, heartbreak at such an age, it hardens you. Perhaps that was when I began to seek pleasure rather than respectability in life. Well, after my mother's death, my father remarried and moved to Atlanta, where he opened up a popular drugstore and soda shop on Marietta Street. He was also on the board of the Atlanta Medical College, which later became Emory University School of Medicine. I, however, had been left in Noonan with an uncle. Well, that just wouldn't do. So as soon as I could, I came here to live at the famous Kimball House Hotel. I was immediately swept up by Atlanta society alongside the Grants of Grant Park and the Inmans of Inman Park. I joined the Piedmont Driving Club and the Capital City Club. Last year, you may remember that Joseph Brown Connolly fellow. He started off the evening. He founded the Cotillion Club, and I was a member there too. Endless parties. My personal life swirled with rumors linking me romantically to everyone in town. Everyone. Even my best friend, Thomas Cobb Jackson. Now, being a playboy, that is an expensive pastime, so my father was relieved when I got a proper job working at the Gate City National Bank. That is until one day in 1893, you see, they found a slight discrepancy in the books. Mysterious withdrawal of, $25,000 made by yours truly. Now that's, $300,000 today. A new name was added to my reputation: embezzler. Now the manager, he sent for me straight away, but I had already slipped out the front door. Soon, more money was found missing. Almost $3 million in today's currency. Of course, the bank was wrecked and forced to close its doors. Society was shocked, and I was on the run. And then Tom Cobb killed himself. Some say that he was distraught over the death of a close friend, but many others blame me and assume that he was part of the scheme. Well, Tom wasn't here to deny it, and I was nowhere to be found. I wish that I could say that I was hiding out at some fancy Parisian hotel, but I was in a dusty boarding house on the west side. That is until the landlady turned me in for the reward. So mortifying. It's not like I was some kind of common criminal. Perhaps I thought that I would give it all back. Perhaps I did it for the thrill. But for love? Several of my lady friends were investigated. One was even arrested while they searched her home. The police were certain that I had accomplices, but I never said a word. So I went to prison. I cannot recommend it. Food is terrible and the outfit is unflattering. While detained, I received a large inheritance from yet another lady friend, which got tongues wagging about hush money, but then, in a twist that might surprise you, in 1897, I was pardoned by President William McKinley. The Atlanta Constitution wrote that I awoke one morning with the great doors of iron unbolted. All this due in part to the efforts of my good father, who even arranged to send me newly tailored garments so that I may re-enter the world in style. After prison, the police, they followed me around, certain that I would lead them to the cash, but they never found a nickel. Prison, it takes its toll on a gentleman's health. And I died 3 years later in Louisiana before being brought back here to Oakland. Speculation has continued about my innocence or guilt, most of all about my mysterious partners in crime. Now, I may be an embezzler, but I am still a gentleman, and I took that secret to my grave, along with the location of all that cash. Perhaps it's hidden in the floorboards in some rambling old mansion in Inman Park or Grant Park, or maybe I took it back to my daddy's soda shop. And I hit it right underneath. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that we are out of time tonight. I so do appreciate you coming by and visiting me, and I hope you'll do so again. Until then, cheers.